A long time ago, all over the world, there was nothing but darkness, darkness, darkness. Now everybody take your hands and act like you can't even see them in front of your face. Darkness, darkness, darkness. Awesome. And because there was nothing but darkness, 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 the animals couldn't see where they were going. They kept running into each other. Hey, ow, watch where you're going. Ow, dark, get off my tail. Well, the animals knew they needed light, so they gathered together in the darkness, kind of like you guys are gathered right now, but it was pitch dark. They couldn't see where they were going. Well, they finally got together, and they listened in the darkness, and they heard a voice say, "We need light." Well, they knew that voice was Rabbit, and he liked to boss everybody around. He sort of liked to take charge of everything, but they said, you know, Rabbit usually has great ideas. Let's see what he has to say. And Rabbit said, "We need light, and I know where we can find the light. When there's a great big storm, you look up in the sky, and there's a great big crack in the sky. And right where that crack is, there's some light back there. So that must be where the light is. If we could get an animal to get up to the crack in the sky, he could grab some light and bring it back down here." Well, the animals thought about that for a minute. They thought that was a pretty good idea. And all the animals said, "We need light." All right, animals, are you ready? We need light. And then they said, "But who will get the light?" Who will get the light? And they listened in the darkness, and they heard a voice say, "Woo! I'll go get some light. I'll do it." Well, they knew that voice was Buzzard. Now, Buzzard was sweet, and Buzzard was kind, but Buzzard was not the sharpest tool in the shed. But they remembered, wait a minute, Buzzard has great, big, strong wings. He can fly all the way up to the crack in the sky and bring back some light. So all the animals said, "Let Buzzard go." Let Buzzard go. So Buzzard started out toward the crack in the sky. "I'm going to get me some light. I'm going to get me some light." And when he got up to the crack in the sky, he said, "Uh-oh, how am I going to get the light from the crack in the sky down to the ground? I know. I'm going to take some light, and I'm going to put it right on top of my head. I have all these beautiful feathers. It will be like a little nest." So he took some light and put it right on top of his head. And he started back down toward the ground. "I got me some light. I got me some light." But the problem is that Buzzard didn't know that light was fire. And as he was flying, he noticed a little problem on top of his head. "Hey, something's a-burning. I smell me a barbecue. I think it's chicken." No, it ain't no chicken. Ow. And when he got down to the ground, all the feathers on his head were gone, and he was bald-headed. And the light was gone, and there was nothing but darkness, darkness, darkness. Well, the animals gathered together again, and they listened in the darkness, and they heard a voice say, okay, I guess I'll go, I don't want to or anything, but since no one else is volunteering, I guess I'm the only one, whatever. And they knew that lovely voice was Possum. Now, Possum bragged about everything, but mainly she bragged about her beautiful bushy tail. She had this awesome bushy tail, but nobody had ever seen it. There was no light, but that didn't stop her from bragging. She had a song about her bushy tail. She had a dance about her bushy tail. Every single day she bragged about her bushy tail, and everyone was so tired of hearing about it, but they said, "Wait a minute, hold on. She's a great climber. She could climb up the hills, up the mountains. She could reach the crack in the sky and bring us back some light." So the animals said, "Let Possum go." Possum started out toward the crack in the sky. Okay, like I'm going, but I don't like 1, 2, oh, like I've broken a nail and I've ruined my manicure. I guess on like June 1st, I'll come down to like Main Street, the Main Street Salon right here. I'm coming down to Main Street and I'm gonna like get my nails done, and I think I'll even have a little sinus massage. Okay, I guess I'll have to keep coming. Here we go, oh, now on top of the mountain, oh, like gross. There's some wet clay-type nastiness, like ew, like gross, like P-U. And she looked up in the crack in the sky and she said, okay. Like, how am I like gonna get like the light from like the crack in the sky down to the ground? Oh, I know. I'm gonna like take some light and I'm like gonna put it right on my bushy tail. And like as I descend, all the animals, they'll say like, oh, Possum, you're like so beautiful and everything. And I'll say, yeah, I'm 2G, 2BT. Too good to be true, people. So she took some light and she put it right on her bushy tail. And she started back down toward the ground. Okay, everyone's gonna see me and they'll be like so impressed, and I'll say, yeah, like whatever. But the problem is that Possum didn't know that light was fire. And as she descended, she noticed a little problem back there. Something feels a little uncomfortable. Something like feels like really like wrong back there. Like something that like ow. And when she got down to the ground, all the hair on her tail was gone and it was naked. And the light was gone. And there was nothing but darkness. Well, the animals gathered together one more time and they said, we need light. We need light. But who will get the light? Who will get the light? They listened in the darkness and they heard a voice say, I will. Good heavens, what is that? They listened again.